Well, good morning, folks. This is Tim Ealer. Hope you all doing well this morning. Getting a late start this morning, so not going to be as detailed the video this morning. Make sure this pen works. Um, so yeah, so we have the system moving down through this area here, right, with enhanced snowfall going on right now, and we have the dip and the jet stream. Cold front has come through. It's in the 40s here tonight, this morning. We have a really dynamic system moving up and over the uh, northwest part of the country today. You can see the flow right off from under the Gulf here. It's pretty incredible. But the level water vapor loop, you see the a short wave diving down through the flow here, which is what's driving the snow right there right now. And you see the dry air at the mid levels here, right, and all the moisture streaming over the mountains here. So if we bring up the radar, you see them bands on the lake coming off the Lake Michigan. The rest of the lake effect, you can almost see a band there, right, as well. But you see how far inland this is going. It's diving to the south, partly enhanced by that shortwave. So yeah. So switching over to the radar, let's take a look. Definitely cold enough for snow, right? Looks like we have heavy snow bands in and around Chicago right now, right? Streaming further southward in Illinois, parts of Indiana, um, Michigan, uh, and see the bands here into Cleveland as well. Kind of a weird setup right now because the flow is kind of backwards what you would expect. It's kind of going this way, right? See if we got anything. We got maybe some light snow up here. You see this pretty intense band right on the the west side of the lakes there. You got snow going on in Indiana, all the way down into parts of Kentucky. Probably not a lot. Oops. Some in the Tennessee mountains. You see the snowfall there, guys? Take a look here. I think that's let's go back out to the composite. That must be just noise. Look at the composite. It gives a kind of a better overview. Take the radar off of where the most of the precip is. They have a weak surface flow up here as well. So yeah, go back out west. Interesting that not showing a lot of stuff on the radar. Must be overall just really high clouds up here. Streaming over the mountains today. You can see only the warmest temps in the 70s are way far south into Florida today in the desert southwest. Other than that, you see where the cold front is. You have multiple low pressure centers moving up, and one off the coast here on the North Carolina coast. Yeah, so I know these temperature overlays are kind of annoying, but just want to give an idea of what the temperatures are and how cold they are compared to yesterday. Uh, so, so as far as current temperatures, here's our temperatures as of 4 a.m. this morning. You can see where the coldest temps are up into the plains here, right? And so definitely a lot colder than it was yesterday. And here's a change in temperature since yesterday. Wow, 20 or 30 degrees colder than it was yesterday. That's just it's incredible, guys. Move my picture over. Let's move this over just a little bit. All right. Excuse me. So, um, snowfall expected in the next, let's see, this is modeled snowfall from the GFS, right? You can see where the high snowfall totals are here. This is through the Friday the 14th, right? So you see where the most snow is in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, into the Midwest, and then along the West Coast. Get a little further out, that moves further to the east, and maybe some snow for the plains later in the period. Yeah, so maybe the plains will get in on it in the coming days. What's the wind chill look like right now as of 4 a.m.? See if I can refresh this. Yeah, 20s, 30s, teens up here into the northern high plains. Pretty brutal. I got my window open a little bit because I got a heater vent right on my feet here. Observed snowfall in the place 24 hours. Um, Not huge amounts here, but along the eastern between between the Great Lakes here had the most snowfall in the past 24 hours. 48 hours we had this is more of a snowfall further back here into the plains, right? And if we want to look at the precip total amounts, like going pretty far out here, this will give us a good idea, right? So we have the most precip along the west coast. We're going to have more storms coming in. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then in the middle part of the country, but the southeast into the mid-Atlantic looks pretty dry. And then more into the northeast, right, with that northwest flow regime. And the northern high plains and the plains just dry as a bone as well. So what's driving this? This is Tuesday. You get this 500 millibar height anomaly moving through the flow here. I know this is over top that looks kind of funny, but it's just the way it is. Moves through the flow, right? 500 millibar anomaly, 44 down below normal for this time of year. That's very cold air aloft, guys. Moving through the flow, swings up to the north, and you have another push in the northeast here on Wednesday, which is my birthday, by the way. High pressure building in the middle part of the country, likely being in very warm temperatures here. And you have this cutoff low down to the south, another low up to the north here. This low moves through the flow here. And this is cut off from the main flow here, and That's on the Sunday the 16th. That's 6 days from now. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some severe weather as a result of that. And you have another low developing up here, 500 millibar low. The northwest flow regime still going on here, right? You got this going on. Maybe weak high pressure building in on the 18th, right? And you can see then the northwest flow is really, you have a really stout high pressure building up to the north here. And we'll go further out because I'm interested to see if that stays there and blocks anything. Another one builds here as well. So that northwest flow really disappears, and it gets to more of a zonal flow as you get further out in time. As far as the surface goes, let's go through this real quickly. I don't have time to go through every locale this morning, but you can see as of 4 a.m. the only precip here in the Midwest. That swings to the south. Maybe get a quick hit of snow overnight on Tuesday, and maybe some lingering snow showers up in the northeast. And northwest flow continues here in the northeast. And you have this low coming on shore here, and one in the northwest coastline. Yeah, so you get a surface low developing here in the Texas somewhere. Low pressure up into Canada kind of pushes out, right? And then this just gets more uncertain. We're talking 9 days from now. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe we'll have our first snow to the east of the Rockies around this time. So now let's look over excessive rainfall. Not really expecting much in the coming days, the exception of maybe day 3, which is the 12th, which is Wednesday, and day 4, which is Thursday, along the west coast there. Not much expected, really, just marginal risk. Severe weather through day 8, just today. This is the day 1 through rate overall. Look, because there's not a lot going on. Just today, general thunderstorms in the green areas. Other than that, not a lot going on. So now let's go over future temps here. All right. Surface. I'm doing this on the fly. I apologize. All right. So let's go over future temps. 10 a.m. today. This is 4 a.m. All right. Warming up a little bit. You see east of the Rockies warming up quite nicely. All right. And then tonight's the coldest night for the eastern half of the country. Warming up quite quickly here, right, into the plains. Still warming, and then warming up quite nicely here to the on the east coast as well. Although in the northeast going to stay kind of cold, but not too bad. 60s, 70s. 40s and 50s, even up into the Midwest where we're having snow today. Yeah, 70s, 80s, might be pushing 90 here into Texas, right? Northeast gets a little bit cold again. Cold air pulling up here into the northwest Canada, I mean into western Canada. Wow, that high pressure really is exerting here, really flexing, as Mitch would say. 90s in the South Texas. Have a cold front maybe pushing the south, but overall not as cold push, at least according to this model, as we've had. Cold air still pulling up to the north here, but overall temps, we had that quick shot and just keeps on trucking, and that's not uncharacteristic of La Nina years. So um, I would expect it to be that way. So I did want to show this graphic from National Weather Service in the Chicago area. You can see the information here. So it's going to slowly end from west to east, right? Localized snow rates of 2 inches an hour. I wouldn't try to drive this morning if I were you, right? And lastly, of course, I forgot to show you this, but here's the national hazards. Freeze warning for all the South, really. Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories for the good portion, the Ohio Valley, the Midwest, and into areas and favorite areas for lake effect along the Canadian border, and freeze watch down here into Arizona, and high wind warnings up here into the plains. So, that's all I got today, guys. I hope you all have a great day, and stay safe out there. We can endure a couple days of this cold, and it's going to warm back right back up again. So, have a good day.